had back to back to back to back onboarding calls all day long because the agency blew the fuck up last Friday. Hey Brian, this is Dylan from Mortgage AI. I just wanted to call and welcome you to the family.
Alrighty, so I just finished up another onboarding.
Burnout is real. Alright, so as you guys saw in the last episode, on the last day of the last episode, we actually closed a bit over 10K in a single day. And that was like, holy shit, we finally did it. We finally hit our first $10,000 day, which was all fun, and I can guarantee you that spirits were high Friday. But now, over the weekend, it was time to begin onboarding and begin servicing a onslaught of new clients. So as you can see here, I'm calling up clients to ABR them and make sure that they're ready for their onboarding and excited to get started with us.
Hello.
Hey, is this Saul? I'm Dylan. I'm calling from Mortgage AI to welcome you to the family and see if we can find a time on Monday to kick you off. And then while all this is going on at the same time, I'm managing our own agency's ads and taking a few sales calls myself. So at this time, obviously, as you could probably imagine, as we both would be, a little bit overwhelmed. It was like, holy shit, this is moving on. But it's these moments when we're overwhelmed and we're really stretched and we're, overworked, are the moments when you have the biggest opportunity to grow. And definitely this period of time, I grew quite a bit. And today is a very special day. And the reason today is a very special day is because today is the first time I've woke up with this agency and been like, we got this. As you guys have been following along the journey over the last couple of months, there's been a lot of doubt, there's been a lot of ups, there's been a lot of downs, there's been times where I've been, sitting there with, $20,000-$30,000 on my credit card and not having closed anywhere near that amount of clients to try and make that money back in return. There's been times where I've had to let go core team members and had to just fill my day with like 14, 15, 16-hour work days just to try and stay afloat, all while just burning cash. But I'm happy to say that at least so far it's looking like we made it through that phase. We made it through that 6-ish, 8-ish week of torment, because yesterday the agency closed $13,000, a bit over 13K in cash collected yesterday alone. It was kind of a surreal moment because, I kept seeing the wins chat over and over, ring the bells, this close, new client. I was calling up clients all day yesterday, making sure that they're getting their onboarding forms and, set an onboarding call with me. But really in the back of my mind, I was thinking like, damn, I remember the times where I was, sitting here, literally just lying on this floor, staring up at the ceiling, thinking like, what am I going to do? It's a one-man show. And yes, obviously the team is so much bigger and so much better than it ever was. I took the risk, I took the gamble on myself, right? I was sitting there with no guarantees, no nothing, wiring strangers on the internet a lot of money, right? 5 figures, just to be able to talk to them. And then through that, I was able to build that connection, show them what I'm capable of, show them the kind of person I am. And it wasn't if I took that risk on myself and then executed on that month, executed and went through this struggle, that these people were going to believe in me and give me a shot and, want to actually partner with me and blow this thing up. And so all the struggle, all the pain and everything that we've been through so far, it's been worth it. And yesterday was a very big day, because it was the day when, this thing really started to come together, right? Today is a day of sales calls for me. Until we get a few more closers on board, I'm kind of the intern closer for now. First sales call of the day, I did not get the close. Unfortunately, I ran into the decision maker objection, and I didn't do my best at, identifying that early enough in the call, which ultimately, I really trapped myself at the end, because I kind of was just like, oh, I don't have much to say anymore. So there is a follow-up set with that for the decision maker. I got 3 more sales calls back to back today, starting in 20 minutes. I had 1 last-minute cancellation, so that's why I have a little bit of time right now in between calls. And in between that, I also met with our back-end guy, back-end tech automations guy, to help automate our onboarding process and to start sending weekly client emails to check in, make sure everything's going okay for them, because I want to be able to identify when problems come up before problems come up, because then we can constantly stay on top of things and client satisfaction considerably goes up. This next week was honestly problem, solution, more problems, more solutions. And so no big changes happened. We just kept doing the exact same things that got us here in the first place. My head was all over the place, trying to help with the sales team, manage the back end, manage the front end, and while also service and keep our clients happy. All right, so it's November 27th, just finished a long day. Woke up at like 4:30 in the morning, had back to back onboarding calls all day long because the agency blew the fuck up last Friday, as you guys know. A lot of like just headaches getting people through Facebook ads access. You know, we had some older, loan officers that started working with us as well too. So it was just like one guy, I spent 10 minutes trying to get the guy to figure out how to share his screen. But we got through it. This is the grind part. I'm looking forward to getting some help here on the back end to take some of that off my plate. We're gonna tap into some TikTok, so I was looking into and doing a bit of work for that. All in all, had a sales call today, but I got no-showed, so nothing really special from there. That was kind of the gist of the day from today with the agency. We're continuing to grow, continuing to crush it. And I think it's gonna be a good week. It's only Monday, but I got through the hardest week of the day so far, and we're doing okay. Now, as I reflect on this period of time in which growing the agency, you'll notice two things. Number one, I just fried my light, so I have a new light, which is why I look a little bit different now. But then number two, I really started to hit a low point. Yesterday, I kind of hit a wall. That's why I didn't do anything. After about 2 p.m., I just couldn't bring myself to sit back down at this computer and continue working. Today, I woke up and really started to begin to set boundaries, when people are allowed to communicate with me. So I'm not, just responding. I'm only responding to messages 3 times a day. And it's funny because I did that today and nothing bad happened. Everything still got done, nothing changed, except I was able to be at a little bit more peace. Now, in addition to that, just wrapped up a sales call, closed the guy and the girl. 5K split pay, so $2,500 today, $2,500 in 30 days. So we'll get them onboarded now. And yeah, we're obviously growing really fast. I don't have any doubt that we'll hit the 100K, pretty quick here. But yeah, it's just, even though it's kind of funny, it's I've been so caught up in the process, and because we are doing this with such speed, I've been so caught up in the, in the weeds and so, drowned head to toe in problems and fires to put out. I haven't even been able to enjoy the process, if that makes sense. I think it's one of those things that when I get this done, when this is done, when this is kind of more, things begin to fall into place and things begin to settle, it'll be I'm really glad that I went through this and did it. I have another 2 onboardings tomorrow. No sales calls tomorrow. I've actually taken myself off the sales calendar. Our closers are beginning to really find their stride. And now that, back end is becoming more and more of a legit thing that's needed because of the amount of sheer volume of clients that, we're starting to sign. I've taken myself off the sales calendar so I can go all in on that. So yeah, there you go. That is the update. Now, even though I was a little bit down, I still kept putting in the work, and you can see me here finalizing yet another deal. I would be willing to take it on, so long as he's not expecting us to get him $10, $27 million deals. So long as he's not expecting $270 million in funded volume over the next 90 days, we can make it happen for him. Which brought us to the weekend where I tried to take a day off. Because Saturdays, I try to take a day off and not do any work, but we closed another client. And here I am AVRing and onboarding this client. Hey Brian, this is Dylan from Mortgage AI. I just wanted to call and welcome you to the family.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Not bad, how are you doing? Okay, I have 2 p.m. Eastern time available if that works for you.
Yeah, works great.
Awesome. I'll just send you a manual invite for 2 p.m. Eastern. That'll just be a kickoff call. We'll kind of go over everything and get you ready to start it. And then I'll also send over those onboarding forms and whatnot for you to have ready for that call we have.
Awesome.
Now, I guess you could call this an advertisement, and I guess this is the part at which I extract from my audience and lose its goodwill. But I am totally fine with doing this because I genuinely believe in what we're doing so much. We are looking for partners who want to come in and work with us and let us actually come into the trenches with your agency and build out all the same systems and infrastructures that we're building out as we document this agency to add an additional $20,000 of MRR to your agency in the next 90 days. And if that's of interest to you, I'm not going to elaborate too much on it, but you can click the link below where you can find more information, apply, and see if you can get yourself an interview. All right, so it's Sunday evening, and yesterday I didn't work much at all, except for one of our closers, Matt, closed another client on a split pay for $5,200, so $2,600 yesterday, $2,600 in 30 days from now. So I had to call up and ABR onboard that client. But other than that, I kind of just took the day off from work. Today I've been kind of in my element, focusing on a lot of back-end work. We're going to be setting up TikTok ads for a lot of our clients. So I was getting that prepared, setting up a way so they can, onboard themselves in one click, working with the business manager so we are able to manage it, and then also get down creatives and whatnot. We got 2 onboardings, I believe, if not 3 onboardings tomorrow. We're obviously, continuously keeping up this pace of signing clients. I do expect us to begin to sign a little bit more frequently, but we'll see. This is all part of the game. I know this has kind of been hectic, kind of been crazy. There's, as much as we've tried to share with you guys, there's even been things that you haven't seen, and so here's a little raw agency update so you can kind of see everything that we've done since we first started this agency just a couple weeks ago. Alrighty, so I just finished up another onboarding. I wanted to give you guys a quick update of where we're actually at in the agency. I know you guys have seen a lot of the weeds, a lot of the trench work, but here's what's happened since started. Since started, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 clients we've signed. We actually signed 13. We had to refund 1. Long story. All right, so there you have it. That is episode 6 of us building this SMMA from scratch. If you enjoyed this episode, we're going to be releasing episode 7 next week, so stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button. Leave a comment because I go in there. If you have any questions for me, I'm more than happy to jump in there and provide some insight based on what I'm learning to help you guys in your own SMMA journey as well. Other than that, guys, I appreciate the time and attention that you've invested into watching this video, and I hope you got 10x the value in return.